Okay, happy Valentine's Day. If you're watching this on the day of the recording on February the 14th, 2020. Of course, this is a timeless reading. I love these kinds of readings. I wanted to do one for you today about your love life. So you just choose the pile. The first one's going to be Rhodozite. So if you're feeling drawn to that, the next one, Soulmate card. And number 3 is going to be Bumble, Jasper. So choose which one of those cards. Number 1, Rhodozite. Number 2, the Soulmate card, which is a type of quartz, double pointed quartz, or the Bumble, Jasper, deck number 3. And you will find the timestamps beneath this recording. So we'll see you in that reading. Okay, this is reading number 1. You chose card number 1. That is the Rhodozite. It is card 43 in this deck, which is a 7. So already we're seeing a spiritual number here. And Rhodozite is the stone of power, mighty power. So make sure you can see that here. Mighty power. Okay, so we're going to pick some herbs to go along. So this is already feeling this love relationship is very passionate, has a lot of power behind it, very rooted and grounded, or it is receiving an activation. That Rhodozite is very much about activating our power, our root chakra, our kundalini, our life force energy. So it could be that this love relationship is activating you. And with it, some adversity that may come with that. And the herb is marshmallow root. So marshmallow root acts as a soothing agent to the adversity. So let's pull another one. And regenerate, the morel mushrooms, regenerate. So interestingly enough, this powerful relationship is a very alchemical, maybe even sometimes volatile relationship. Great potential for growth. Sometimes that can feel like adversity, and the best medicine for that is to be soothing and to be the soft, calming voice to allow that adversity to be soothed. And but this relationship is also like regenerative. It's very nourishing. Morel mushrooms are very nourishing mushrooms, and they regenerate themselves too. They are asexual beings, so there is something about the energy of this relationship that you guys are both independents, that you can nourish yourself and you should nourish yourself, but there is a great power, even though it can feel like adversity sometimes when you come together. The best medicine is to soothe it. So I'm going to ask this deck, this is the Lemurian deck, that one wants to come. Oh, the Furried and Feather Friends. So there's probably some animal involved in the relationship somehow, but that's also about sensitivities, or it could be one of you is vegan, and journey to wholeness. So this relationship feels like there could be some restrictions or some sensitivities. This can also mean one of the person, you or the other person is very empathic and needing to really communicate what the feels are. One of you is an animal lover, if not both of you. And your journey together is one of returning to wholeness. So you're not afraid of this adversity. This energy, at least it's available to you to help the relationship to grow and to return to a state of wholeness. So let's pull some tarot on this relationship. So if this is you, you chose the person of pile number 1, the Rhodozite. We're going to pull some tarot here for this day of love. What is the love relationship like here for the people who resonated with pile number 1, the Rhodozite? What is the love relationship like? So this is a balancing of work and home life, or kids and home life. Okay, so there's a very strong home life energy. Happy home, energy of home. That can sometimes show up as greediness or materialistic, but there's definitely is a feeling of a happy home and balanced nature. 7 of Rods reversed. So this one can mean, there's been maybe a power struggle, and maybe it's you who's watching that has felt this power struggle in the relationship. But there's a new journey that's wanting to be taken here in the relationship, a new beginner's mind. There's the journeying card again, and I argue to say that's about the return to wholeness, because it's an inward journey. Oh, there's the reverse lovers coming up. That can be some sort of challenge in the construct of the relationship. And the 8 of Pentacles, the work card. So it's a very potent relationship. This can bring the adversity. Of course, the adversity can cause you to go back and regenerate yourself and do the shadow work that allows you to return to wholeness. But one of you is very sensitive. One of you is very sensitive, and even though there is this balancing between work and home, perhaps, there is also a sense of possessiveness or ownership or greediness, either to you, which causes a sort of power struggle right here under the adversity. And that energy is sort of making it so the relationship's not working very well. It feels like that adversity, even though it may be stimulating regeneration, is actually pushing you more into wanting to go on your own journey, and that inward journey. But there's a work element, like something to uphold. Maybe the household is needing to be paid for. So there's a question here on maybe which one you're going to look at. Like, do I go off on my own? Or do I work on the relationship? There may be a sort of query here, the 2 showing up. It is a spiritual power struggle in a way. Someone is feeling maybe more connected. Maybe one of you is more focused on the journey to wholeness and the other one is more work-oriented. But there is some deep diving that needs to go on here in order to salvage this relationship. At this point, these reversals here can make it feel like it's not going to work out. So I want to give an advice card. Let's see, where's the deck I'm looking for? Let's do... I've lost the deck I'm looking for. I guess we'll do this deck. This is the Gateway of Light activation deck. These are beautiful cards. Which activation is this person who resonated with pile number 1, the Rhodozite? Their relationship, their love relationship. What is the activation that is occurring for them at this time of their relationship, at this time of watching this video? And it's the Orion activation. This is a renewal card. This is all about recreating the relationship, being rebirthed. The supernova is the one that just is an exploding star, like the end of something, and it's also the beginning of something new. So the activation, this could definitely mean there's an ending in the relationship, but that it could also be a rebirthing, whether into a different relationship or a new layer of this relationship. Just depends on if you're able to navigate that together or if it becomes a personal journey. But nevertheless, it is about a return to wholeness. There is some sort of explosion energy with this, but it is rebirthed by the light, so it does become beautiful. And I feel like one more tarot, it's going to bring confidence and maybe independence. It's a beautiful card. This is a very independent Queen of Rods, very creative, inspired. So whatever you're going through, it is leading to an empowerment, a return to wholeness. And you can do this. And remember, look at this relationship as supporting this process too, even if there's some difficulty or some possessiveness or explosiveness, to know that that's its purpose. Okay, beautiful. Okay, this next video is for card number 2. If you picked the Soulmate card, which is card 35, that's an 8, an infinity number. So if this one, you were drawn to the Soulmate card, this reading is for you. We're starting out with the magical herbs to say, what is the love for the people that chose card 2? What is the love requiring as medicine at this time? What is your love requiring as medicine? I got 2 cards. They are protection and patience. Protection and patience. The rowan and the trout lily. Wow, so this is really being protected. Maybe it hasn't come into your reality yet. Maybe it's still very new. That's why there needs to be some patience. Either they're not there yet, or they're newly there. So what elements are going to be ignited by this relationship and why it needs to be protected? Obviously we have the Soulmate card. So if you're looking for your soulmate or you think you're in your soulmate situation, this reading is for you. Beyond the mind. So this is kind of going to blow your mind. This relationship, or it is blowing your mind. And yes, it's a major transformation from what you've been in. And that process could take some time, therefore patience. But it is being protected. It is being watched out for and protected by the highest. And so it is a very blessed relationship, whether you are in it or not. If you're not, it is coming to you. Know that you can't miss it. This one is being protected. It is beyond the mind. It is an energetics. See the energetics? You're drawing it in through your consciousness. And you are going through a transformation in order to receive it. So even if it is going through some transformations, let's see what the tarot have to say about this love for card number 2 people. Show me about the love for card number 2 people. Okay, walking away from some conflict, 5 of Swords reversed. The Devil, could be some addictions or codependencies that we're also walking away from. Knight of Pentacles, working on the self-discipline. 9 of Swords reversed, coming to the end of some anxieties. This transformation's a big one. Ooh, 7 of Pentacles reversed, feeling a little bit impatient about that. That's why the Patience card, I'm sure. And this one as well. Oh, but we've got a breakthrough coming and some love that wants to come through that's just not quite ready, not quite there yet. And be careful not to miss this one. I know I said you can't miss it. It's being protected, but there may be on your part the tendency to not see it or to let it go. This is definitely the type of soulmate relationship that looks very twin flame-ish. There's conflicts and forgiveness that needs to occur. There is really good sex too. And some vices that are a part of it. This also, again, is coming to terms with the shadow element of the relationship, that dual-sided, the angel and devil together at one in the relationship. This requires a level of self-discipline and removal of one's own self-doubt. This does look like this self-doubt and anxiety and things are coming to an end in the reverse, maybe because of this discipline. This also is speaking to maybe it not being a long-term thing. Seven of Pentacles reverse doesn't really want to commit, is really kind of fearful of commitment. Ace of Swords breakthrough. If you notice, the only one right up here is the Devil, which is sort of like an overriding energy, which can put a damper on some of this other stuff. The breakthrough clarity of mind, you know, could also mean you're really seeing this element. This love really wants to break through. This love message really wants to be given, but something is keeping it back, and it's a curious, is this relationship going to go forward or not? This can also be the inner new reality. Let's pull this card. What is the activation that this person this is going through in their love life? This card number 2 person. What is the activation, the portal, the gateway of this love relationship that's being spoken to? Oh my goodness, this is the same one we got in card number 1. This is the renewal, the recreation. So even if you are in a soulmate relationship, which is different, it's different to be in these soulmate relationships, which can be very karmic in nature, the Devil card, and bring up a lot of difficulties that need to be forgiven. These are being remade too. So if you've been in one, or you are in one, maybe this is also saying that one is coming to an end and there's a renewal happening. There's a transformation of the old way. And just be patient, because it's taking you beyond the mind. This is all mind. The swords, swords, swords. This is the breakthrough. You're going beyond the mind. You're going into that place where the messages of love await. I'll pull one more card here. Yeah, to be going beyond the tyranny of mind. I have to say this is a challenge, card number 2 person. This is a challenging one, and it might not feel the most loving if this is you. It definitely is an activation. You're definitely going through a transformation that's taking you beyond previous constructs of the mind, but the reality doesn't look like it sticks. It's taking you through a portal of renewal. It's maybe not long term, or maybe it's already ending, or there's just no commitment to it there because it's so difficult. And there may be a severing with these upside down swords. So if you've been in a soulmate relationship that's reached its karmic end, this could be the time of severing for a rebirth, renewal. And there's beautiful things on the other side of those renewed by the light activations, supernova explosions. So just know that you are being taken care of, you're being protected, and this stuff has to come out as a sort of karmic cleansing. And some of you will make it. Some of you will make it through, but there's definitely a lot of severing of old beliefs. You have to go beyond the paradigm that you've been living in together to make it. And some of you that are both supernova souls, as you might say, will make it because you're both able to leave behind those constructs, but a lot of you will go on to a new relationship. Okay? That's the end of card number 2's reading. Thank you. Okay, and if you chose card number 3, this is card number 3's reading. So we're going to pick 2 supportive elements for the love of the people who picked card number 2, which is the Bumblebee Jasper, which is a card 6. 6 is community. The Bumblebee is the queen bee. So this feels already that you are a part of a community, or you will be a part of a community. There's a community of support around this love. And there is growth with the fern for this love. There is growth there, and there's also nourishment there. What beautiful cards. Growth and nourishment. That doesn't sound too challenging at all. Sounds very, very nice. So we're going to grab this deck, and I will list the decks I'm using in the comments below if you like them. So what elements are being highlighted by the love relationship for card number 3 people? What elements are being highlighted, being brought forth? Oh, the feeling of home. It's beautiful. Home, which is a card number 31. 31, 3 plus 1 is 4. So the very grounded foundational energy, along with the 6 community. And what other element? Third eye chakra, the 8 coming up. So this is a very insightful, very telepathic love and connection. And it's very much creative as well, in that maybe writing or inspiration, sight, visionary capacities, but you feel very home together. And you're even there to build home together, nourish and grow with each other, and do miraculous things. The bumblebee is miraculous. It shouldn't be able to fly, but it does. So that might be the case with the both of you. Maybe one of you is very grounded and the other one's very airy. So let's ask the tarot cards this time. Show me a little bit about this love relationship for card number 3 people. What does their love relationship contain moving forward on this day of love? Ooh, Page of Pentacles. There's some abundance there, and blessings, and a new sort of way of bringing in income. Chariot upright, a new journey, or embarking on a journey with the sun, with the mind intact. Oh, I think it's this one. Oh, Temperance. Healing is there, and also patience is there to grow this thing. It's definitely this one. King of Cups reverse, so mastering the depths of love. Beautiful, especially of oneself. So there's definitely self-mastery, which is a beautiful thing. Ace of Rods reversed, so some internal wells of life force springing up in this relationship. So that relationship definitely has 2 people opening to a new flow of life force energy that's allowing new energy. 3 of Rods looking forward to a future that maybe you're not speaking. So maybe you don't realize, or you haven't spoken, that the home is what you're building, but there is a growth energy, a new energy. 6 of Rods is the victory card. It's also recognition, so seeing one another and actually feeling like you made it. Ooh, and Hierophant could be marriage there. So, wow, card number 3, people. This is very beautiful, very powerful reading, very strong and solid and home and miraculous and steady growth, healing. The journey continues, though. Definitely not a boring thing. Even with the Hierophant and structure, this could definitely mean that you're getting married soon, or within this time that you're watching this video. That plan is coming into fruition. Other people see you. You feel victorious. The journey is, you have dreams for the future together, and you maybe keep them somewhat hidden still. As that new energy is coming in, it could be a new feeling of falling in love anew again, that's maybe under the surface, unspoken, as you've both mastered love and become more in tune with sight and vision. And there's a feeling of home here. It's very beautiful. So let's ask this deck, what is the activation that is happening? What portal, what gateway is this love portal we're in today? This love portal activation, what is it bringing for this divine union? Oh, there's two. Let's go this one. Chamber of the Violet Flame. Karmic release and radical transformation. This is something very different for you, I feel like. Maybe this is something you have always wanted. I feel like I have to turn this card over too because it was wanting to come at the same time. Memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, technology. So there's something about moving forward in this relationship. It's different than you've been before. You've maybe completed the karmic lessons, and now you just get to have this beautiful thing that actually brings in innovation and some rapid transformation for you both. Even some technologies that you have known about but maybe get to bring home into your body. This is definitely very integrative of body and mind. Something, again, the miraculous. Hierophant can also be the structures that you are overseeing, being seen as a personality, other people knowing you. This is a very strong, powerful, evolved relationship. You've been through a lot, both of you. And yeah, it's got a lot of beautiful potential coming forward. I feel like pulling one more tarot. Yeah, just keeping the self-love as this grows and not being too lost in one another, maintaining your identity while being in the union. This is very like activating this pyramid, going to other worlds together. It's beautiful. Congratulations. Card number 3, people. What a beautiful, beautiful reading this day of love. Okay, thank you for joining me. If you're interested in having any personal readings for you one-on-one, I can do that via video or via text apps where you just get the picture and the audio recording to keep. So let me know. You can send me a message. My email is below. As always, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you again.